Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Bookworm Reviews. I'm your host, the Bookworm, and happy Halloween! Okay, it's not Halloween yet, but it's October, and October makes it the perfect time to talk about horror. A genre well known for tapping into the dark nature of man, the fear of the unknown, and just straight up bad stuff in general. But most of all, being a genre targeted to adults and teenagers. But in the summer of 1992, a man from Columbus, Ohio would release the first book to a horror anthology series for kids that became a phenomenon we wouldn't see again until Harry Potter. And the name of said anthology? Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. If you were a kid of the 90s, you knew about Goosebumps. Saying the series was popular is an understatement. It was the cool thing to read. And yet, I never read a single book as a kid. Mainly because I was a huge scaredy cat as a kid. I mean it. I was the kid who would jump at the tiniest thing. Over the years, I'm not as jumpy now, but my fear has turned into a fascination with horror, and Goosebumps has become an interest to me. The Goosebumps series, in a nutshell, are about a kid or a group of kids around the age of 12 facing against some intense horror. Monsters, ghosts, etc. That's it. Most of the main characters are really two-dimensional, but relatable enough for kids. No big message or moral. Just a bunch of scary stories. That's not the case for all of them, but goal one for Stine was how to scare kids. Because of that, many have called him the Stephen King of children's literature. But I agree with fellow reviewer CR in that he fits more like the Roger Corman for the quantity and quality of his work. I'm serious. The amount of books this man has published, from the Goosebumps series, Fear Street franchise, Mostly Ghostly, The Nightmare Room, Rotten School, and a host of standalones and anthologies, has the man around 400 books. Of course not all of them are going to be good, but if there is one thing to say about Goosebumps books, they are entertaining. Goosebumps books are great gateway books for kids to read. They are designed with cliffhanger chapter endings, so you have to read one more to see what happens next, along with surprise twists at the end that would range from M. Night Shyamalan good to really M. Night Shyamalan? Really? They're just great pulp horror books designed for kids. Can you think of any series like that for kids before or since? I can't really think of any. Also, they have some kick-ass covers, which I must be a little fanboyish about cause the new Redux covers are total crap. The old school covers really grabbed your attention and made your imagination go wild. Again, like a great pulp fiction book. Even as a kid, the covers alone always scared me. Again, scaredy cat. Of course, I can't talk about Goosebumps without mentioning the controversy parents had about the series, which all can be said is it was dumb and stupid. How did I know that? Cause freaking Arthur did an episode about it, the Scare Your Pants Off Club. When a PBS show shows how stupid your argument is, you should rethink your life. The Goosebumps books still stand as a pretty popular series. In fact, there has been a Goosebumps revival in 2008, and new ones are still being published today. In the end, if you want your kid to get interested in reading, you can't go wrong with just about any Goosebumps book. So, for the month of October, I'm going to review the first 31 books from the original Goosebumps series. Each day, I'll put up a new video. They will be small, brief looks into each book and whether or not they do well within the franchise. Plus the covers, cause seriously, these covers are amazing. So with nothing else left to say, I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember, have a scary day.